If you give a mouse a cookie, he'll want a glass of milk. If you give your Tacoma a set of 285/70 R17 tires, it's going to want a new lift kit, it's going to want a cab mount chop, and it's going to want another lift kit. That's what we did last night. Despite the fact that about a month ago I installed a new Icon Stage 2 lift kit on my truck, last night I had to redo the back. If you guys haven't been with me on this whole saga of trying to get these 17-inch wheels and 285/70 R17 tires installed on the truck, let me give you a real quick recap. I put a lift kit on the truck a couple years ago, a 2-inch rough country spacer in the front and a 1-inch Toy-Tech block in the rear. I had a set of 265/70 R16 tires that looked great on the truck. I was running the stock wheels. Very pleased with the overall look. And then I got an Instagram account. Go check it out at YTMikeC. And I was opened up to the world of 285s. And there's so many great looking Tacomas out there with 285s. And I got sucked into it. I just had to have a setup for my truck. And so I ordered a set and I figured, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try, see if they'll fit on the truck. I know that there's a very unlikely possibility that a 2-inch lift in the front is gonna provide me the clearance that I need, but let's just try it out, see what happens, and it was not even close. They actually wouldn't even send me home from the tire store with the wheels on the truck, so led me down the path of doing a full lift kit upgrade on the truck, which I was okay with. I figured, you know what, this is a good opportunity to upgrade from that spacer lift. So I went with the Icon Stage 2 setup, which allows you to lift the front of the truck up to 2.75 inches, and it's variable, so you can choose that height. And then at the back, you get a new rear shock and an add-a-leaf that's supposed to lift the truck 1.5 inches. Well, I got the whole kit installed on the truck, and I was not getting anywhere close to that 1.5 inches. It was more like 3/4 of an inch. So sitting at 3/4 of an inch lift in the rear, you can't max this out at 2.75 without the rear end sagging. So I don't want to sag. So we were sitting about 2.25 in the front just to keep it level. If I put anything in the bed of the truck, it was going to be sagging. So we had a pretty serious issue here. Well, first I did a CMC. So I figured, you know what, even if I max out the lift, if I lift up the rear end and max out the front, I'm still going to be rubbing. So let's do that first. Let's get us the clearance that we need by chopping the cab mount. We did that, took care of the clearance issue, doesn't take care of the sagging issue. So that lift kit that I mentioned before that I put on the truck a couple years ago, it had a 1-inch Toy-Tech block. I figured, you know what, let's put that on the back in conjunction with the add-a-leaf. That'll lift up the rear end of the truck a little bit, give us a rake. Depending on how it looks, we can lift the front of the truck a little further. And so that's what I did last night. I installed that 1-inch Toy-Tech block. That video will be coming tomorrow. I'll give you full installation instructions in case you're curious about lifting the rear end with a block. But the lift kit's done and it looks absolutely awesome. I could not be happier with the result. I mentioned the possibility of raising up the front of the truck to compensate for this additional inch in the rear, and that's not going to happen. I am very pleased with the stance that I've got right now. Just a very slight rake on the rear end of the truck, and then again, if I load it up, I don't have to worry about sagging in the rear. So do a quick walk around so you can take a look at it. Love the appearance that we're getting here. Now, if you guys haven't watched my prior videos and you're curious, I've got the VTX Rogue wheels. They're 17-inch in black. And then I've got the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax. They're a 285/70 R17. Very pleased with both so far. And they look really nice with the black paint. So, yeah, again, you can see on this side of the truck, you know, we still have that little bit of rake in the rear. Now, I will note that this piece of ground is perfectly level. I surveyed it, made sure that it was completely level. That's not really true. There's probably a little bit of elevation in the rear, but even on flat ground, it's got that rake. If you want to see more photos of the truck to confirm that rake and see what it looks like in various situations, make sure to go follow me on Instagram. But yeah, I could not be happier with the result. I think it looks absolutely awesome. This whole project has completely transformed the look of the truck. It's definitely been a little bit of a pain, and I kind of knew that going into it based on experiences from others that have gone with 285s, but that's why you don't give a mouse a cookie. So if you guys have any comments or questions on the setup that we've got here, leave those in the section below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. In the meantime, thanks for watching.